Hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the probably long-awaited yearly, I'm only doing it once a year, collection tour video. Strap in, this will be a long one, I know it. Whenever I do like full collection tour videos showcasing either part of my collection or like the full collection, it's gonna be multiple hours long. I cannot do it in any other way. I don't want to just briefly go over it like, oh, here's the Barbies, here's the ponies, here's whatever. I go a little more in detail, but I will not go as deep in detail as with my like dedicated toy collection tour videos where I just show like one toy line, like I did it last year with my G1 My Little Ponies, where I really went into every shelf, into every single pony and talked about them more in detail. And I also did it with my Barbies, where I even took like most Barbies in the front always out, and then so you could also see the ones in the back much better. I was talking about almost every single Barbie and all of that. This will not be the video because then we will be here for 6 hours or something, or even 12 hours, or I don't know. I hope to keep this around the 3 hours because I think that was what it was last year, if I'm not mistaken. But there's always like stuff that I like acquired, new things that you haven't seen where it is on the shelves, etc. So I will try to talk a little more in depth about those, or where I really changed like this place. And I changed quite a lot around, I think, since the last like real big collection tour video, but part of the changes you've also seen in other videos or something. But yeah, if you're new here, if you don't even know what I'm collecting, hi, I'm Lau. I am from Germany, living in Berlin, and I am collecting mostly vintage toys. So I don't consider myself a doll collector, but I do collect a couple of lines that are doll lines, like Barbie. But I try to, it's not my main focus. I'm not mainly into, you know, little small like people on my shelves. I have also a lot of My Little Ponies. That's technically my main collection, that's my main focus, that's my favorite toy line. And with those I mainly also focus on the first generation, that's the one from the 80s and early 90s, but especially with, as I said, mainly vintage. I also go newer, especially with ponies. I go also up to G3, G4, I have even G5 ponies. And there's also some other newer toy lines in my collection, some that are very current and some that are like from the 2000s or from the 2010s or something like that. But mainly it is all the girly vintage toys from the 80s and 90s, but I also have boyish toys, so I also have action figures, and we also will go over that because these displays have also changed. Anything else I should plug? Yeah, also that I am mainly going to, like, you know, acquire all of those things like second hand. I mean, of course, when it's when it's vintage, you cannot go into a store and buy it, like into a modern store. But I mostly go to flea markets. Or try to acquire things like, I don't know, there's not really thrifting here in Germany in terms of like a lot of thrift stores, but most of the stuff that I have is not like mint or anything. I'm also an out-of-box collector, so I have very limited like just like toys on card or in box. I do have a couple of boxes and a couple of carded things, etc., but I'm only mainly like a loose collector. And yeah, as I said, the stuff will not be 100% in super good condition. I always try to like clean and you know, restore most of the things as good as I can, so there will be nothing like dirty or like untidy or anything in the collection. But not every Barbie will have their complete outfit and all of that, and not every pony will have all of their accessories and all of that. So that's just the way I collect. It's more fun than just get one maybe bigger, like more expensive complete item. I like to piece things together here and there. So I would say let's start. I haven't even decided where I'm gonna start, but I think let's do it, yeah, this wall first, then go to my bedroom where there's mostly the action figures, but also the new modern Barbies, and also a couple of other toy lines I've sneaked in there because I'm running out of room, I'm running out of space, of course, because I mean, this is like, I'm just living in a small, like 2-room apartment. I'm living by myself, so I don't have to limit anything. And I at first always wanted to just have it in my living room and don't have anything in my bedroom, but it's just not possible if I want to keep on collecting. I've also gotten rid of a couple of things, so I will also always mention when I remember, oh, do you remember I used to have this and that there that I don't have anymore? Because this is also part of collecting. You also have to part with things that you're not enjoying as much anymore to make room for other stuff that you want to start collecting or that you want to expand or whatever. So yeah, and then after we're back from my bedroom, we're probably getting to, I don't know, maybe the Barbie wall that's right behind you, and then to this display on this side. So it will be a long one, and already the introduction is long, but I needed to like make a couple of things, like get a couple of things out of the way so you already know what will like await you here if you maybe are new to the channel. So first of all, right behind me here's my entrance door. This is just a small part here. There's my bathroom, there's my bedroom, we will get to this part, and to the right there's the living room. So that's just how it like how the layout of my small apartment is, and then right there is the kitchen. So it is a very, very bright day today, so I hope that the overall light quality is a little better than usual. I still have some lights up because like usually my apartment is rather dark, but if it's, I mean, it's winter, there's no trees. I mean, there's the trees, but there's no leaves on the trees. Sun gets in, and it is a very sunny day, and the snow is laying outside, so it might be a little bit of a better lighting situation than what it usually is, because I mostly film these videos in, I don't know, the beginning of the year or whatever. It's very often it has been super dark or even rainy or stuff like that. So okay, gonna step on the ladder. And then we are here. So this shelf has been there for a couple of years now. It is a miscellaneous shelf. I bet a couple of things have changed, but mainly I have maybe added things. But one thing that has a little bit changed is this corner here. First of all, you see this is a new doll. So here in the middle, this is a very like brand new Yummy Land doll that I just unboxed. But next to it, there are 2 of the Magic Trolled babies, and there's even a carded one. In one of my last flea market videos, which is obviously from last summer, I found this little guy or girl, and I don't know, I always wanted to try to get a couple of more of them, but I think they were not sold in Germany. They were sold in other European countries. They are very easy to find from France and Italy, for example. So I've ordered a couple of things here, especially a carded example, because on the back side there's all of the available Magic Trolls babies on there. So it's like a little bit of a checklist for me, and it was very inexpensive. They are so cheap, to be quite honest, if you get them like on, like I got mine on Vinted. So there's that. I think my idea is to have a space for them here, yes, because I kind of want to collect them. I'm not a big troll collector to begin with. I only like these. The faces are cuter to me. They have, I don't know, painted or molded even on a little clothes, and they are a little bit articulated. And I mean, I don't know, most of them are very pastel, and yeah, I don't know. This would be a good place here for another little shelf where I probably want to put them. Oh, here's some, it looks like, yeah, some cobwebs or something. Okay, but this shelf here, well, as I said, miscellaneous, because I have a couple of cupcake dolls on here, and a couple of fakey ponies like these or these. I am not a big fakey pony collector, but here and there I keep the ones that I just think are cute, have cute colors, or are very special, like this ballerina fakey. These are the more like donkey looking ones, and yeah, some other cute ones. These small ones, they are also a toy line, but still they're, I mean, you can already see how fakey style they look. I don't have a lot of, you know, sky dancers, but the ones I have here, I have one with launcher and the doll, and I have another small launcher with this one of the fairy flyers. Not 100% sure if these go together, but they might. And there's another launcher. I even think mostly the launchers are cuter than the dolls itself, but yeah, I'm not a big collector of those. Those are not really easily available where I live, so it's very rarely that I add some of those. Then I have more little fakies here, some Leonard fakies, another baby ballerina fakie. I have a glow friend here, and yeah, glow is a little bit of a theme also on this shelf here, because there's a lot of glow in the dark stuff, because this is a glow in the dark toy line, obviously. And then these dolls that you see behind here are the Moondreamers. Their hair glows, a couple of the pieces of their fashion glows. These little animals here, they have parts of them that glow. This little guy here, a couple of pieces glow on him. So this is all Moondreamers. And then I have my custom glow-in-the-dark princess. This is a custom actually of a rare pony that I don't have. It's a variant that was just released, you know, with glow-in-the-dark hair in the UK back in the day, in the very early 90s or something, but I made a custom of it. And then I have some other, you know, fakies here. This is a re-haired fakie. And, you know, here's, for example, one of the diaper fakies, so like the fancy pants, but you know, and then some of my the magic diaper baby dinos here, you know. And the big piece in here also is my one and only Dream Beauty. This is a side toy line of My Little Pony that was not released very widely and this is not available very much. It kind of flopped back in the early 90s, but they're so pretty and they are very expensive nowadays. So yeah, from back here you can already see a lot of stuff at the top, but I think we're getting first of all to this little shelf because I don't think that I've ever showed this yet. This is not ideal. It was not really a good thing, but I needed to have another small shelf where I could store some more of my, you know, miscellaneous pony things that did not fit anymore into, you know, the G3 shelf or some other places. So this is mainly now where I have G5, a couple of G3 and a couple of G4 things. So it's a mix-up. It's not ideal. I wish I could have placed it with the opening to the front here, but it doesn't fit. It is wider this way than this way, and I need to be able to still close my door. And like this works because it's my kitchen. I'm gonna cook in there and I don't wanna like have the smells always like in my whole apartment. So I need to close the door here and there. So that's why at least I have covered this side with some very, very pretty, adorable My Little Pony postcards from an artist who is not active anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, at the top you can see I have my boxed little like example of the modern miniature G1 style ponies from the Rescue at Midnight's Castle, like anniversary set. On top I have a big Twilight Sparkle with her Spike. They are kind of speaking and singing, etc. I have a G3 and I have something that just looked cute there because of the color scheme. This is something from, isn't that from something similar to the, you know, Poopsie Surprise, Cutie Tooties, those. This kind of belongs there. I think there was lime in there. I just got it somewhere and I think it looks nice there. Then we have like G5, the big G5 ponies on here that I have. I don't have very many because I didn't do very many, like a big variety, and some that I did, they didn't even like release here. So this, for example, was a nice gift from Chad Marvelous, because when G5 started, I was like, oh, I'm gonna collect the bigger size. ponies, the styling size ponies, because they are really nice in terms of even the quality is fine. Mostly, not for this one really, but at least I have this character here. But as I said, I didn't do very many. I didn't have a chance to buy very many. Of course, there are a couple more sets. I have my eyes on some of them, but I don't know. Here I have some G3, the little like breezies that I never really know where to put them, but they're now here. I have some buttons in there and some miscellaneous G4 things. Here's a G5 mini playset. This is the weird styling hat that looks like, you know, G1, but it's modern, so it's starshine. Horrible hair quality, so you best just leave it in there in the box. I have a couple of the modern puffy stickers. A lot of the stuff from this shelf I got from Jet Marvelous, so thanks a lot for that. Also these littles, those are also G5. I would love to have this other set. I think that was also either a Walmart or a Target exclusive as well, with some other characters in this size. But then we are getting down to, you know, G3 again, but it's G3.5. Really not my favorite style of ponies, but the ones I picked them up at flea markets for super cheap. So I have acquired a little bit of a collection, some of the babies, but you know, it's not big. And then at the bottom I have just 2 of the anniversary reproduction ponies because I just had space there. I have them for a very long time. I didn't have them on display for a long time. Yeah, this is this little shelf. Okay, right next to it, this is now all generation 3 My Little Pony. So while, you know, G4 and G5, that's like G4 is 2010s, G5 is very current, and G3 is from the 2000s. So still not a lot of vintage here. I mean, we had a little bit of vintage because like Moondreamers and all of that, that's vintage, the 80s, 90s there. But this is all more modern, but yeah, this used to have also, the 2 top parts used to have my G4 ponies. Those are now in a completely different space in my bedroom. You will get there, they have their own shelf there. And it's not displayed via rainbow colors anymore. I had them more in order of colors. I have changed that up and they are now displayed by pose. So you can see those have all the same pose. This is the same pose. I mean, those look almost the same, but actually these and these are different poses. So they're not displayed by set. I'm also not very knowledgeable with G3 ponies in terms of what sets they came in, etc. It's not my main generation, and I find it difficult to get the sets because it's a little different than with G1, where you had always like one gimmick in one set, and this is a little different. So I couldn't even like do a full dedicated, super detailed G3 collection tour. A couple of people have asked me about that. I wouldn't want to do that because I'm not super knowledgeable. I wouldn't really know what to tell you. I would have to learn all of these names again because a lot of the names have also slipped out of my memory already again. But so now they are not displayed by color and not by set, but by pose. This is also for space reasons really nice, and it looks really cohesive. So for some ponies, I only have one pony in this pose like this, but mostly we have all of the same poses. Here in the front are the Pegasus ponies and one other, because I don't know, it kind of fits because of the tinsel hair there. Here at the side, there's still G4. I just didn't want to change it up. These are all the mini, like, you know, baby sea ponies from generation 4. But then we get here to other poses, the ones that look right to the side. These are all one pose. This is the only pony in another pose. Some poses are mixed up here, but in the front we have my lovely donkey pose ponies. And yeah, I recently found this scarf, not recently, but you've seen it recently at the flea market video. I didn't know what it is because it came in the Barbie, you know, like bag full of Barbie clothes. But I also found a minty that day from the seller, so it makes sense. It's not that minty that I found. The other one was more bleached, and I've already like given it to someone else, or sold it actually, I think, at a Toyplosion. But yes, the scarf belongs actually to the winter minty, and I have it. So thank you. If you're watching, you helped me. I think there were 2 people who commented, well, isn't that scarf actually from Minty, not from a Barbie? Yeah, checks, it is. Super lovely pony here. Also from Chat Marvelous. I don't know how. Sometimes I might not say if I got something from a person, but if I remember, I maybe say it. Let's go even down one shelf more. Yeah, you see it. Same pose always. Da da da. Here's a little bit of a different. I think these are the same pose. There's a different pose. Here are all the ones that are in this, you know. I don't know what it was. These poses here were really late in the line. Some all of them were released maybe in 2008 or 9 even. So the core 7 pose or something. Some lovely ones here in the front where I just have like one of them in this pose. Rarity there. G3 rarity, mind you. And then even more on the bottom. Some miscellaneous ones, same pose there. And in the front there's my baby ponies. I don't have very many G3 baby ponies. There weren't even that many released. Let me tell you, this shelf, especially like these bottom 2 or 3 cabinets, is the one that gets most dusty, so I have to dust those ponies most often. You know, also you see there's no glass or something in front of it, like I have it with some of the other shelves with my G1s. So in terms you want to ask me for dusting, I do dust, not that often, but like this shelf is one that I have to dust, yeah, I don't know, quite often. And also this, I don't know, this side here is very, like, whereas other shelves, like especially these top ones or something, they're not getting super dusty at all. This a little bit more, so everything that's more at the bottom gets more dusty, or that's right up, like this shelf also up on my over my couch or something, and in my bedroom. But I usually don't dust that often. It's more like when I rearrange a shelf, then everything gets dusted a lot, so everything gets swiped down, etc. And when I just see something is dusty, then I, you know, take a feather duster and go over them, etc. Because a lot of people always ask me about dusting. No, I don't do it all the time. I do it like whenever I see something, I do it quickly, or like really in depth only when I rearrange shelves, which isn't that often. So of course there might be dust on my toys. So we're back up here, and this hasn't really changed. This is mostly all these are modern. This is like the cutie tooties, the small ones, the sparkly critters, and the cutie unicorns, and a couple of the fantasy friends. They mostly all belong to these kind of, you know, Poopsie Slime Surprise. This is by MGA. They look similar than to the Rainbow High, but they are more like creatures. I just happen to really like them, and they're easy to find at flea markets, super cheap mostly, so I picked them up. I have 2 like Zelfs in the back there. These are a little bit bigger sized Zelfs. Zelfs are more from the mid-2000s, mid-2010s, sorry. Well, these are kind of, you know, 2020s. I have a couple more Zelfs, which are beneath, so underneath this shelf. So I have a couple of mid-size ones, 4 of them, and a couple of the, you know, miniature Zelfs. And I have 1 troll that, I don't know. I don't need it. I just found it cute that it has a basketball, but probably will get rid of it at one point. While we're already up here, let's get to this one here. This is new. I just rearranged it yesterday, to be quite honest. But it's actually not what I really wanted, because I'm not a big plush collector. I haven't even said that. I don't think I have even mentioned plush toys yet. I do pick them up when I find them at flea markets. There is a couple of plush toy lines that I really like Popples, for example, or Brush-a-Loves, or you know, the Doodle Bears and some others. But I try to limit myself a lot because they are difficult to display, they are big, and I have most difficulties to find a good space. I had my plush toys actually on the left, but I still have plush toys there. My idea, I think in the last video or a year ago, I already said it, that I want to have my plush toys maybe hanging on the doors in specific, pouches where I have like little hooks that I click on the tops of the doors. It just hasn't worked out. My doors have like this, I don't know, this little stair, you could say, in them, and no hooks hold. So I would be able to have them on the other side, but I need them on the inside of the door. So it hasn't worked for any of my doors. And so because I bought a couple of hooks, I wanted to sew my own pouches where to put them in. It just isn't working really. So, and I just left it then. I just forgot about this idea. It's somehow not working, and also have a couple of plushies that are bigger that would probably also not really work in these pouches anyways. So, but I have put some of my plushes also in my bedroom. So because this was the space beforehand, it was dedicated to Rainbow Brite. I have Rainbow Brite now in my bedroom. So here is more or less, you already said it, Popples. Those are all Popples. A couple of the smaller Doodle Bears, or Doodle Pets rather. I have my little army of 4 little pinkish Monchichi-esque plushes. I don't collect Monchichi, especially not if they're brown. I think they're pretty boring to me. I had one as a child, but I don't need them. And I don't need official ones, but if I find some that are Monchichi-esque, like adjacent and are pink or like purple or something, I might pick them up. I think this even was just a gift from my friend Selena, and then this is a recent find. That's so weird. This thing is so weird. This is an original one, but it's one of the little monster Monchichi, and this is also a pink one, but it's not even an original one. But I think those are cute. And this is one of the little Brush-a-Loves. So. Down, because now we're getting to My Little Pony, to the first generation. We were already talking about My Little Pony. I grew up with them. The first generation is like my jam. It's like my absolute favorite. And if I would have to get rid of all of my toys and I could keep only a couple, it would be ponies. Or if I would have could only keep one toy line to collect, it would be My Little Pony, and I would be still happy. They're not easy to be found for me out in the wild, like flea markets, going thrifting, whatsoever. So most of my collection, I would say, I don't know, 97% or something is bought online. So there's that. Yeah, so my G1s are mainly in this shelf here in the middle. A couple of like the big playsets are on top, but then I have this display. So I think this is mainly where G1 ponies are, and I'm already getting a little bit of trouble when I want to put more on the shelves, but there's still room a little bit. So the top here is where I have my armies of collector's pose ponies, like the first row at the top. Oh, maybe, I don't know, is it too dark already? Should I already put it here? Maybe it's a little better. My lemon drops, my peaches, and they're all different ones. So it's not just I collect every lemon drop, but like they are different country releases, or they have a different color of symbol or whatever. They're all different. Same with the peaches here. In the front, they are a little more special. Those are birth flower ponies, and one like this is more like a peachy variant, you could say, or it's a Jenny. She's called Jenny from Macau, but she fit more in here because those are pretty special. The ones in the middle here are my alternate birth flower ponies. Those are extremely like hard to come by and expensive, and I'm so lucky and happy to already have 3 of them. Usually birth flower ponies are looking like this. So they're all white and have, a birth flower symbol. So these are the kind of normal releases from the US, and these are the releases from, I think, Iceland, Australia. So not a lot of countries had those releases. Okay. One more down. Here we are still with pretty early ponies because, these ponies with the collector's pose are more of the early ones. Then here we have some of the absolute classics, like we have my Applejacks and bow ties and the two sitting ponies and Firefly. So all of the early ones, the first sets of unicorns. This is an imposter actually here because this is just a stand-in. I don't actually have a Twilight. This is Generation 1 Twilight, but this is just a reproduction. Other than that, I don't have reproduction ponies, so I only collect real vintage ones, unless they're bringing out completely new characters in reproduction form or something. Here's more of the early ones, early Earth ponies. I do have sometimes two ponies, so isn't that the same pony? But they are then different country releases. So here we have an Italian Cherry's Jubilee, and here we have a Hong Kong Cherry's Jubilee. So same with these Tootsies. They're all Tootsies, but they're all from different releases, or at least look very different. Those might be both. Oh, no, they are all different releases. Then I not always, because here I don't have a baby pony row in the front, but mostly always have a baby pony row in the front. These are a very coveted, thought after set of the European baby ponies, or some might even say German, because those are not very hard to find actually over here. So it might really be that those might have just been released in Germany. And I am from Germany, so I'm lucky with that. Then we have these behind rows are all of my twinkle-eyed ponies. It's crazy. I'm not even the biggest fan. It's not my favorite set or anything. I know a lot of people love them. So I never really focused on getting them. But I'm actually, I think, just 2 ponies away from having all of them. I'm only missing Mimic, which is, the grail pony of everybody. It's very expensive. It wasn't released over here, so. And then I'm missing Galaxy, which it would be very easy to get Galaxy, because I have a couple of other ones crossed off the list, Bright Eyes, for example, or Quackers, which were also not released here, by just getting them by people that I got to know because of this channel. So those come from Nutty Barbie Girl over on in Canada. So we did a trade. She's more of a Barbie collector. Those are from her childhood. I just lucked out with them. It was just super lucky. Here in the front we have mostly I shouldn't go into detail so much, but Sunshine ponies and some others, First Tooth baby ponies, some Peekaboo baby ponies. If we're getting more to the bottom here, the back row is, Brush and Grows. We have the, what are they called? The Candy Cane ponies, the, ponies, this Sunday Best ponies, Fancy Pants baby ponies. Ooh, right there we have some of the Happy Tails ponies and some So Softs. Then Sweet Berry ponies and some others, some single releases like a Tutti Frutti there, or a mail order there on the right hand side. It hasn't changed a lot. So if you want to go very detailed, I have a full collection tour video of just my G1 My Little Ponies. These in the front are not original G1s. Those are kind of, you could say, reproductions, but not reproductions in that way. They're from the HQ G1 Custom Pony Group, so they are new characters. So just looking like old G1s. And here on the bottom, I mainly have European exclusives, like the flower ponies in the back, some single releases like Rosette there, the Cookery ponies, the Hairdo ponies, the School Time ponies, the European version of the Sweet Kisses ponies, and some exclusive European baby ponies down there. Woo! also hasn't changed a lot, I have to say. This is where my bigger dolls are. So what does that mean? I actually don't collect, you know, baby dolls, but some of these toddler-sized dolls that are like from Mattel, or some of them from Galoob, like the one in the back there, that have a gimmick, that are like cutesy, girly, like the Lil Miss dolls. We have like PJ Sparkles dolls in here, or the Sally Secrets. Is it Secrets? Yeah, I think Sally Secrets there. So those I love, but other than that, I don't like baby dolls or other toddler dolls. It's just these that are glittery and like, you know, light pink and all of these, you know, with these gimmicks that they can, you know, change their hair colors, and they sparkle, and I don't know, they have, you know, whatever features to them. Little Miss Singing Mermaid there. In the front there's a little bit of other stuff. This is actually just a fakie, but she's also a mermaid. That's why I put her here. She has the same face mold as the Cherry Mary Muffin dolls. That's why she's interesting to me, although she's technically just a fake dollar store, you could say, doll from back in the 90s. Here in the front I have two of my Snuggle Bums, a couple of babies from the Puppy Surprise line. I have also adult Puppy Surprise there somewhere else on my couch. I have my one and only Turtle Tot, or Toddles, whatever you want to call them. And this is a Barbie, but it's like a bigger sized Barbie. This is my Pretty Dreams Barbie. So on top of that, this really hasn't changed whatsoever. This is like the place where I have all of my Flutter ponies. First set, second set, mail order, and then a couple of others that belong to the Slumber Party set and the Party Gift set. And these two aren't even Flutter ponies, they are HQ G1 custom ponies. Oh, on top of that, you already see I was talking about not having a lot of, you know, boxed items, etc. But I have a couple of boxes. So this is the box from the Dream Castle, which is a, like, yeah, one of the most famous G1 My Little Pony playsets. This is the French version. I got it from Sophie from France, I think. Or she called Sarah. No, she was called Sophie. Sometimes I'm mixing up people's names. I'm not very good with names. Especially of people that I've never met, but she is a lovely subscriber. She has sent me a lot of her old, like, childhood toys, for a very, very cheap, like very minimal amount of money. So it was almost a gift. And there's where this box comes from, and also the castle. So there's the Dream Castle, and it fits magnificently, super perfectly in here in this shelf. And then on top of that, there is the Dream Castle with my three Majesties. Two of them are variants. You can see, I mean, she has blue eyes, and this is the purple eye version, but this is also the purple eye version. And I know they're also perfect. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get rid of one of them. Spike, who came also with the Dream Castle here. I have all of the pieces. They are just in there, in the Dream Castle. By the way, I want to show you one thing. You have maybe seen that I have all of these, you know, lights here. I haven't put them on because, I mean, it's very, very, very bright outside, but I think it will, you will benefit from seeing the Dream Castle lit up. Well, at least maybe a little bit, because one of the, you know, fairy light strings that I have is so long that I had no other way where to put it. So I have just put the rest in a big, like, knot there behind the Dream Castle, and especially at night it looks super nice when it's all lit up there, just behind the Dream Castle. So yeah, very, very pretty. I have a couple of more pony sets here. I mean, this is not My Little Pony. This is one of my only, like, Disney dolls that I've kept on display or in my collection, because I've stopped collecting, you know, the 90s Disney dolls. But this Tinkerbell is so pretty, and she's between, like, My Little Pony stuff and still looks so pretty. She is, like, on the top here. I mean, Tinkerbell next to the castle. Come on, it's not the Disney castle, but it's the My Little Pony castle. I couldn't think of a better place for her, and I love her so much because she is on, you know, the Skipper, the 90s, 80s, late 80s, early 90s Skipper body and face, and she was also a lovely gift from Chet Marvelous. So she is, like, yeah. I don't have a collection where she can go, but she is, like, just in my general collection, so not gonna collect any Disney dolls anymore. And next to her is the baby buggy, so early My Little Pony playset with baby cuddles in there. And then behind her, I don't want to move it, but you can see there's another boxed item or box, and the item is on top. Yeah, this is the Pretty Parlor. So My Little Pony Pretty Parlor, the German variant, Schönheitssalon. That's why it's all in German. Mein kleines Pony. Yeah, I think we should stay up here, but I'm gonna move the light a little bit. Yeah, you see, this is where I actually said already I don't want any plush toys anymore. There's still plushies here. And I have finally now a place where my Barbie camper, so this is the Barbie camper van from 1972, I think, so more in line with the Malibu Barbies back then. It is probably not a permanent thing because I actually want to have this place here next to the Dream Castle for another G1 My Little Pony playset, for one of the big ones. So but for now, as I don't have that yet, haven't found a good offer for that anywhere. So I don't want so the perm shop, I'm talking about the perm shop, sorry, I didn't even say it. I want the perm shop to go here. I don't want this one in box, I want it out of box, but in good condition and mostly complete. But I don't want to spend a fortune, blah, blah. So I haven't found one. So until that happens, this display can stay like this. So I have the Barbie camper van here, which also looks super nice, you know, with the rainbow and all of that matches really nice with the My Little Pony vibes. And what I have mostly down here is like worms and insects, and my lots of legs are here. So this is the only the biggest lots of legs that I have, with 10 pairs of legs. The others only have 3 pairs of legs, but I have a couple of colors. This is a little bit of a bigger one again, but a bigger size, but still 3 pairs of legs. I don't know, those I find here and there at flea markets, and I can never resist. I just like them. They have cute faces, and they're from the 80s, and with rainbow themes, and they're never expensive. So yeah, I don't collect Furbies, but I have like this one little, what is it called, Furby party rocker up here from, I think, the 2010s, is it? But it's a small one, and I mean a little bit of Furby representation, and this one McDonald's Furby is fine. They're cute, they even match in color a little bit. I would only pick up a Furby, like a vintage one, from Tiger Electronics from the late 90s, if it would be a pastel colored one, and that's mainly for the Furblings, for the smaller ones. So I don't know if that will happen. Then I would pick up Furbies, but I don't really need to have like brown, beige, or I don't know, tiger stripe Furbies in my collection. That vibe is not really, what I'm looking for in my collection. I'm gonna go to this side a little bit because I mean it still fits with what I was just talking about. These are my 2 little glow worms. They're hanging there because they're difficult to display otherwise. So and they match with the caterpillar whatever vibe. They're worms and they're so cute. None of them are working because I have taken out the light bulbs and all of that. But yeah, I don't need them to work. And at the side here, where we're already here, I have more of these wonderful My Little Pony postcards. That's not a My Little Pony, but it's from the same artist. I'm so sad she's not doing her job anymore. Oh yeah, I have one very weird thing. This is a Diva Stars fashion pack. I just found it like this at the flea market. I don't know. It's a thing that I just, like, it was 50 cents or something, or like €2. I don't remember. I don't collect Diva Stars. Those are from the 2000s or like very late 90s. I don't really remember. But I have it. It's quite a cute thing. So, and down here I have my cassette tape collection. Yeah, not VHS, but really like audio children's cassette tapes. I'm collecting mostly the ones that are related to toy lines that I also collect, like Barbie. It's more Barbie. I have one Toy Story one because I'm a Toy Story fan. Here, this is Lady Lovely Locks, Lady Lockenlicht, Cherry Mary Muffin, Petra, Princess of Power. I only have one of them there. Also, I don't know, this one especially I didn't like as much because I also listen to them. It's not just that I want to have them. It's like, it's great to have them as display pieces and all, but I really definitely listen to them because they are you know, that was part of my childhood. And yeah, I have Rainbow Brite. I have one Moondreamers. Also this one, not too crazy about the story that's on it, but it looks obviously very nice. I have lots of Rainbow Brite, which is called Regina Regenbogen in German. Almost done with collecting those. Just missing a couple, like, I don't know, like 1 or 2 or something. Down here I have My Little Pony cassette tapes. Yes, they also did that. So we had a big cassette tape culture here in Germany. It's more My Little Pony, all of those. Those I mainly collect them because the stories are too juvenile for me personally to really enjoy them. Rainbow Brite and Barbie is better. I also collect Wendy cassette tapes. Those are not related to a toy line. That's why I don't have them out here. They're in one of those drawers down there. But this is my favorite cassette tape line to listen to. I only have a couple of Benjamin Blümchen ones, mostly the ones that are related to Christmas. So, yeah. Mirroring actually like this right side also here, mostly collector's ponies, the first, you know, 6 which are right in the front. Those are all, especially I don't have a Minty, but I mean this is a Minty, but this is not the one of the first release. Those in the front here are all the flat feet ponies. And this Minty is a, not Colombian, a Mexican, I think. No, it's an Argentinian Minty, I'm sorry. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I also have Mexican ponies, but no, this is an Argentinian one. Then here, other versions of the first released ponies, but just, you know, for example, the normal, you know, concave feet versions, or I have Italian versions, and all of that. So, but all of them original 80s, so no reproductions. I have some from Macau, like this one, and no, this is Italian. Sorry, this is the Macau version, Bluebell. So yeah, and there's also a Macau Minty, some of the European versions where Applejack and Bowtie were also released in this pose, etc. So down there we are again getting to from the very earliest G1 ponies to the other lines, a little bit like that came quite like also early in the line, like the first set of Rainbow ponies, continuing here. Okay, these are not super early, but those are, you know, belonging to, you know, the movie star line in Europe. Some of the other like third year or whatever this is, like still early, like unicorn ponies and all of that. For example, European only release here, Snowflake, but still released in 2 versions. I have an Italian one and a Hong Kong produced one. And then we're getting always in the front row to Barbie ponies. First set of baby ponies. And then we're getting to the very, very, very like colorful shelf here with lots of neon colors. I have the rollerblade ponies. Roller skate, no, they're roller skate, sorry. Tropical ponies, rock and beat ponies, and the dance and prance ponies. So in the front, some more very vibrant baby ponies, newborn bedtime ponies, newborn bedtime, I think that's their name, European exclusive. I have the feeling people always say they're super expensive or whatever. I have found all of them for not super expensive and found them online. So it took me a while to get this full set, but none of them was more expensive, I think, than 20 or maybe 25 or something. So I don't know, it's possible. And these 2 definitely came from collectors. So yeah, online. Some Betty by Eye ponies. I have some more down there. Of course, not my favorite, but this pose, the unicorn Betty by Eye pose, is quite fun. This is not an original head for the party set. I just thought it looks cute. My one and only Sun Dazzle pony here. Just put it there because, you know, the bright colors. I actually have my Sweetheart Sisters 2 shelves down. More ponies, magic message ponies, twice as fancy ponies. All of these 2 rows are twice as fancy ponies. Some, you know, variants like Milky Way Europe versus Glittery US release. Second set rainbow ponies here, a lot of them, or some others that came with play sets or came from, you know, Slumber Party gift set and all of that. But those are all twice as fancy. These 2 rows. We have some newborn babies in the front. Maybe you need a little more light. In the back there are a couple of my So Soft ponies. So Soft ponies were not released in Germany. Most over Europe they were not released, I think. So they're not easy to come by and I don't like them as much. So my So Soft collection is rather small. And and rest of this is all Sweetheart Sisters from different sets. We only had the normal first Sweetheart Sister set, and of those also only 4 of the 6 ponies, and we had the glittery Sweetheart Sisters. So those are the ones you will find here in Germany, or in Europe in general. We didn't have like the ones that are the prom Sweetheart Sisters, or you know, the sweet kisses that are in the Sweetheart Sister pose, or the pretty ponies like this blue one there, etc. So there's a lot of ones that I only can get from the US, but I have a lot of Sweetheart Sisters here. And yeah, some variants also. The glittery Sweetheart Sisters, they have variants that have different colors a little bit, so I have a couple of those. Then there's mostly Betty Bye ponies here in the front. Those were actually also not released here, but I mean, no collector is super crazy about them, so they're pretty inexpensive, even though they were even released here. And if you're getting down there, you see talking ponies in the back right. Then we're getting to the sweet pocket ponies, a second set of rainbow ponies there, a couple of German rainbow ponies. These 3 are 3 of the German rainbow ponies set that I have. The only really rare one that I have is this version. I mean, not necessarily rare, but expensive. It's this version of Starshine here. I don't have Nightlight nor Raindrop, so but yeah, there's a UK release here and some other, you know, Italian variant of Parasol, which I consider to actually belong to this set because she has this hair color, etc. And my one and only Glow and Show pony. Also, I would not have this in my collection if it wasn't for Nutty Barbie Girl. And she's down here because she gets a lot of light from these fairy lights here, and then because she's a glow-in-the-dark toy, so then when I then go out of this room, put all of the lights out, then she glows really nice. That's why she's down here. This is just a custom, and then some others here. So, woo, we are done with this side. We're going this direction there. Maybe quickly, I already was talking about this. I didn't mention these. These are card bags, original card bags from Charmkins, which was called Duftis in German, and I think also in other parts of Europe was called Duftis. One on the front and one in the back here. And I have, this hasn't changed at all also. These are just, you know, art prints or originals from this artist here that she's not doing it anymore, Annegret Studios. And then I just have one poster of My Little Pony, which comes from a magazine, from one of the old My Little Pony magazines, and I painted those frames myself in these pastel colors. Yeah, and there's more ponies and Barbies and all of that, but I think, yeah, my plan was, let's go to my bedroom. So I think this is an area which has changed quite a lot. So especially over there, this unit is completely new. I had like another just, you know, wardrobe there. I only have the big one here, but down in these cabinets there is, you know, clothes. So, and behind these doors there is stuff like, you know, books and photo albums and stuff like that. So it's now a mixed shelf of what used to be in this other shelf, but it's way bigger now, and I have now more space because I left 4 of these cabbies open for toys. And I have, you know, that one. I have another one of these. I mean, these are the Kallax ones from IKEA. I have another one here where I also, it's a mixed one. I have, you know, stuff in here. I have, you know, tops and t-shirts and I don't know what, underwear and socks, etc. I even have stationery in here, etc. But 4 cabbies for toys. These are all action figures and more like boyish toys. And up there, a lot of Star Wars. This has changed a little bit. And then of course here I have added and changed things around. So let's start right over here. Well, this is blocking it a little bit. Oh no, let's put it down. So this is, yeah, it used to be where a lot of my Funko Pops were. Most of my Funko Pops I have given to my niece. She is like, what, 16 years old. She really enjoys like Funko Pops, mainly also Disney ones. She's gotten a couple of my Star Wars ones. She, you know, whatever. She also has Marvel ones. I didn't have Marvel ones, etc. And the rest of them is in my basement now. I only kept like these like handful of Funko Pops up here. These are my favorites. They're from Star Wars Rebels. My very first Ahsoka Funko Pop. It was so hard to find her back then when Ahsoka wasn't such a popular character as she is now. The first 2 Funko Pops that I ever got, which was Chopper and Hera. There's the Thrawn Funko Pop, which I paid quite a lot, and there's a chase version of Sabine with a helmet. They're so colorful. I love those characters, etc. So those are gonna stay here. They're staying in my collection, etc. Because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I haven't mentioned it here, not just in terms of collecting, but I really am a fan of, you know, all of the Star Wars series, the Clone Wars, Rebels, Mandalorian, like all of the stuff that's also on Disney Plus. Also apart from just the movies. So I enjoyed Skeleton Crew so much. I'm so like, I should maybe get at least one thing from Skeleton Crew. I even have a couple of, you know, the from this children's series. I never remember what it's called. Young Jedi Adventures, sorry. From the Young Jedi Adventures, because they are so colorful. I really like them. But the main other focus of this is actually Rainbow Brite. You can see it here. So this side, I mean, it's not really toy collection related, but maybe if you're wondering what that is, that's all the badges from all of the Star Wars celebrations that I've visited over the years. Me and my friend Michi, we're going to Star Wars Celebration for over 10 years now. This year is going to be in Japan. Super excited for that. These are the poster art prints of the artwork from not last year, the year before, etc. So huge Star Wars fan, huge fan of, you know, Star Wars celebrations, like a big Star Wars convention. Whoop, on top, I think that has not changed quite a lot. Don't remember exactly, but I mean, you see mostly boyish toys here, but also like Star Wars themed still. These are like the Presto Magic's Wicked set thingies. I have Mighty Max playsets here. They are kind of the boy equivalent to Polly Pocket, and they are extremely cool. They're from the same company, so they're super detailed, but of course not as cutesy and pastel or anything. But whenever I find them for affordable prices, they're coming with me. They're so cool. This is actually just a Mighty Max knockoff. This is also Mighty Max. I mean, you see it from this Mighty Max is a huge playset. I have up here also my one and only Transformer, a big, you know, knockoff style Godzilla toy, and actually my childhood dinosaurs. Those were my childhood dinosaurs. I used to be a huge fan of all sorts of dinosaurs as a child, and those are what's left. They were with my nieces. I think this one not. I rebought it at a flea market, but the other ones are the original ones that I have. This was my absolute favorite. This is still my favorite type of dinosaur, the Parasaurolophus. She was called Rosie. This was my Rosie. So I have them there. But then, as I said, lots of Rainbow Brite. I'm not super happy, but I felt that Rainbow Brite is a toy line. It's not super pastel, so it does not need to be next to, my Dream Castle, My Little Pony stuff, etc., which is very pastel most of the time. And I have also often heard from men, boy, type collectors, the boy toy collectors, that they also as a child enjoyed Rainbow Brite. So I felt this is at least a toy line that I can put more into my, where I have more my action figures and stuff like that. And the colors are very primary colors, so they're not pastel whatsoever. So I think that it really even matches the vibe of, the Mighty Max up there, etc. So, and I also do actually like that I can see them better now, because they were very up high and I almost never really saw them. I have the big Rainbow Brite doll. I have a couple of sprites. The sprite's actually wearing another Rainbow Brite fashion piece, but I don't have the doll too. Sternschnuppe, Starlight, sorry. These sprites are new. I got them all together for a super cheap price online, where I even got another one of these big dolls. I'm not sure if I want to keep all of them, but I just couldn't resist when I saw those. I always wanted to have one of this size as the white one that goes to Rainbow Brite herself. Weisswirbel, what's it called in English? Twink, I think, right? Yeah. So at least I will keep this one, but also this red one, and I don't know, they're also nice. So, and I prefer this style of sprites over this. So this is probably one that I at one point maybe might get rid of. I'm not sure. I mainly have vintage stuff, as you can see. I only have this one modern Rainbow Brite for the line that just was released, I don't know, half a year ago, whenever that was. I don't think they are available in Germany, but I got this from my friend Andy, who got it from someone, I think, over in either Canada or the US. So, and he had a double of it. So, and I figured it really looks super nice in here, and it's a nice doll. It's just not the style that I usually collect. Down here I have more Rainbow Brite, but only, as I said, 2 sprites. Already talked about the Star Wars things in the front. What is this bear? This is Bummi. This is Bummi Bear. Very, very German, I know. It's the mascot or the main character or whatever of a children's magazine that was already produced from, I don't know, way back. I don't know when they exactly started, maybe even in the 60s or something. I think it was the former GDR who put those magazines out, but then they also came over, when Germany got reunited in the late 80s and then early 90s, they still produced this magazine, and I think it's still produced today. I have lots of memories with this character from my childhood, but I also had this exact plush toy. They are very rare, I have to say, because this magazine does not put out any merchandise. There's no merchandise for Bummi except a couple of very old things, etc. But this, and I know it exactly, and my mom also confirmed the story, that this was a mail away when, or whatever, this you got this as a present when you subscribed to the magazine. We had a subscription as a child, so every, I don't know, was weekly or bi-weekly or monthly, I don't remember that. We got the magazine sent to us. And the first thing, when you subscribed to this magazine, you got this plush. And I found this recently at the flea market, and I had this, oh my God, this is, I remember this is Bummi, I had it, etc. And then all of those memories came back. I even remember where we picked this up from the post station, when this was sent to us. It's a whole thing. I'm so happy to have this back. So this is Bummi. And then over here, I have my My Monster Pet, big plush toy line, more geared towards boys. Really happy that I found this at the flea market. And then I have my one and only brown Monchichi, which I also got from Sophie from France. Was her childhood one. Can't get rid of it, but it's the only brown Monchichi that I accept in my collection. Okay, right next to it, there is, I already said it, this is mainly my Star Wars collection, and this is Star Wars. I also have Star Wars posters. I always change them out, because most of them, those smaller ones here, depending on what, we got at Celebration. Those are mostly given out after panels at Celebration, and some of them are from my favorite, Star Wars artists, so not official Star Wars, but small artists that do a lot of Star Wars things, and like one big from, you know, the whole first 2 trilogies. But in terms of the toys, I mainly go for the small 3 3/4 inch, you know, action figures that, you know, you can put them next to, you know, you can have the vintage ones and have all of the ones, you know, from whatever to very new, and they still match. I really like that. You couldn't have that with, you know, the modern bigger 6-inch ones. So I prefer the smaller scale, although like in recent years they haven't really come out with a lot of them. So there's a lot of Star Wars properties, a lot of like series and all of that I don't have any representations. I love the Bad Batch, for example, animated series, but I don't think that I have ever come out with small figures, so that's a little sad. But I mostly get all of those also at flea markets and conventions and all of that. So on the right hand side I have my vintage ones, mostly, not all of them, like the small one, but it's one from the Cantina aliens from the very first Star Wars movie. So it is one from the 2000s, the figure, I think, or 2010s even, but it kind of matches the characters over here. But all of those are mainly vintage. I also don't collect them super like in depth, meaning I mostly don't have any accessories to them, and I don't need them. I just like to find them, you know, random places for really cheap or whatever. And because I'm not a huge like completionist with none of my toys, but especially not with those. So I'm just happy to have a lot of them, but it already gets here into more modern figures. So here we even have some that are from the sequels or from like the movies in between. But I try to at least group them then when they're not like era-wise, then by characters, because here's a lot of the bounty hunters. So this is vintage, but these are not. So etc. etc. Jabba's castle and etc. All of those, blah blah. Here is also a lot of Rebels characters. Back there. Then in the middle, there's a little bit of Rebels and some more, you know, 90s or early 2000s. Although the old characters from, you know, the first movies. Then we have come into the Clone Wars here with, you know, lots of clones. The Clone Wars is probably my favorite thing that has ever come out of Star Wars. So I love the clones. So whenever I find a clone, yeah, gonna add them to my clone army here. Also a lot of Clone Wars characters, but not all of them came directly out in the time of the Clone Wars era. Like the Hondo Naga, for example, is a vintage collection one, so it's more or less just, I don't know, maybe a handful of years old, while those are more from 2012-ish or whatever. So it's all a mix, but I mainly try to always have just one character, like one of the characters, only if it looks very similar, like very, very different, then I have multiples of the same character. But yeah, but you already see that I have 2 Heras. There's not super big of a difference. She has a helmet and she doesn't. And this one that came with a starfighter and she came without, whatever. But for example, I would not want another Ahsoka, because this is the perfect Ahsoka from the Clone Wars era, so I wouldn't need another one. So that's what I mean. Then we're getting more to, you know, the prequel characters, all of that here. This is actually my main focus. I became a Star Wars fan because of the prequel. So episode 1, 2, and 3. I've got a couple of cool bounty hunters here. And then, you know, young Anakin, pod racers, weird characters. We've got Jar Jar Binks, because I collect especially the character Jar Jar Binks, but mostly I have another display for him. But I have a couple of his figures also in here, because it makes sense. It's episode 1 and 2, etc. So a couple of Gungans and Queen Amidala's and, you know, Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul and all of that good stuff from episode 1. Then I have 2 bigger Queen Amidala's here, like statues on the left and the right. They are guarding or whatever here, these smaller figures. And I really like this toy line. It's by Hasbro. I mean, Star Wars is done by Hasbro. They came out for, you know, in 1999 for the first, so for episode 1. But I have these 2. This is a recent acquisition, just from a couple of months ago. Wow, is that right? But I think I'm good. They have really nice clothes on, so they are fashion dolls. They all have like, you know, Barbie bodies underneath. Not Barbie because it's Hasbro, it's not Mattel, but super nice like materials and very nice faces. These are real feathers. So they have released a couple more of those, but I'm happy enough with these 2 versions of Queen Amidala from episode 1. Okay, already was talking about Jar Jar Binks. It's in here, and Ewoks. Or maybe at first let's quickly talk about this. This is one of my only, you know, carded, you know, boyish toys, so action figures. And also my only Power Rangers. I am not a huge Power Rangers fan, never been, but I remember it from my childhood. So when I found this carded example at flea market of, you know, the head flipper, Kimberly, I got her. She's there. So let's get to Jar Jar. Yeah, because apart from that, I said mostly I collect the smaller, like 3 3/4 inch Star Wars figures, the normal action figures. I do also collect like a big variety of other weird things for these 2 groups of characters. So Jar Jar Binks and then Ewoks. Mainly, you know, Wicked, probably because it's mainly the thing that the Ewok that was got most merchandise. But I also have a couple of other things in here. But let's first start in the back there. I also have an Ahsoka here. I don't know where to put her. She's a modern, obviously, because Ahsoka is more a modern character. It's not vintage. She was standing here, but since I have now 2 Queen Amidalas, it doesn't make sense to have Ahsoka out. It looks weird because she's covering then the figures in the back. So she's in there for now. She also looks fine there. But I have some like of the, you know, Ewoks and Wicked the Ewok branded weird merchandise, like a party hat in the back, or like a carded nightlight there, or, you know, carded magnets on at the side here, or I have some stickers. When I get here, you can see them better. You know, stickers. These are all Wicked Ewok stickers or branded Return of the Jedi. Depends. For example, this is an eraser set with. It has an Ewok on it, but it's branded Return of the Jedi. But they also did a lot of directly branding of Wicked the Ewok. Although this is not geared towards the cartoon series. This is still just for the Return of the Jedi era. I have a couple of these things. Love to collect these things. I even have a little bit of a what is that? A bookmark, also old. Then I have a miscellaneous bunch of Micro Machines Star Wars things. So those are similar to, you know, Mighty Max or Polly Pocket, little compact. You can open them up. From the outside, they look like Star Wars heads, and they have little miniature figures in there. I also have recently just got it from a Trödel Mama. Also this Gungan set, because, you know, Jar Jar Binks is hanging on there. So this is also a Micro Machine set. Same as this is a Micro Machine set, and this. So these two can, so the droid head there and this Jar Jar head, they can also open up. And some of these mini figures, so they are, for example, up there, belong in there. So it's like a little play world, similar to, you know, Polly Pocket. And I have some weird things like this Jar Jar Binks toothbrush holder. It's standing in a cup, a mug with Jar Jar Binks picture on it. This is an actual Jar Jar Binks mug, so you can drink out of it. Here's the Jar Jar Binks hero measure. This is a water squirter. Here we have with this slubbery tongue that's sticky, the sticky tongue toy. And my favorite piece still here is this Wicked the Ewok telephone, play telephone. It's not a real one, and also the handle is missing. So, or what is it called? The thing that you put onto your head and then talk into. This also was laying here. This is missing, and I think it was you could do some things with it, but I don't think it was a real telephone. It's more like a play telephone, but it's super cute. Hello Wicked. I have an Ewoks book there and some other little things like card. Here these cards that Return of the Jedi stickers and trading cards with the one bubble gum in there, still in there. Topps trading cards, but I got it because, you know, it has this little Ewok waddling on it, super cute. And a couple of, you know, giveaways that we got at Star Wars Celebrations, like, but it has an Ewok on it. It's, I think Mattel produced these plushies a couple of years ago, or I don't know. There's a metal coin when you took part in a specific panel or something like that. So this is my Star Wars, like extended Star Wars collection, but mainly Jar Jar Binks and Ewoks. So, and then these two cabinets, I think you already might remember from my last or even the collection tour before, action figures, but I've extended it now also to this one. So I have now 3 that are full of action figures. And the first one is mainly, oh, why are you laying down? Dr. Mindbender, come on. Can you stay up? Great. And this one is also a little weird. Ooh. So mainly, as I said, Masters of the Universe, but also a couple of G.I. Joes in the front. And mixed in there a couple of modern toys that just go with Masters of the Universe. But I also way in the back there have 2 that actually go to Thundercats. Or I have some wrestlers here. So I will not go too deep with every single item here. If you want to see that, if you want to see a more detailed collection video, I mean, I did it pretty detailed here, but for my, you know, action figures, tell me in the comments down below. I would only do that if a couple of people say that I want to see that, because my channel is more for the girly cutesy toys, but I do also love this stuff here. So I have like Masters, 3 Evil Lins there. Only the one in the middle is an original 80s one. These other 2 are kind of reproductions from, not really reproductions, but like the modern toy line, the Origins line, one that looks more like her cartoon counterpart, and then one that looks more like the vintage action figure. Evil Lyn and the Sorceress are my favorite like figures. The Sorceress is an original one, so she's old and she was quite expensive. This is more of one of the more expensive characters. But for example, behind her, this Mosquito is from the Origins, so this is a newer one, same as this Sandman there. But the rest is mainly, I think, vintage, and yeah, whatever you can see there. Then here, as I said, in the front, G.I. Joe. This is not even a G.I. Joe. This is a kind of a knockoff G.I. Joe from Leonard. G.I. Joe. And I have like He-Man on Battle Cat sitting. This is also not an original He-Man. I didn't say that. This is also a modern He-Man. So, but Roboto there. I know Roboto is not a evil character, but he has very loose legs and he's best sitting, so he's sitting on Panther. And yes, this is a Friends Panther. You can see there is red underneath. So, and then didn't even address this weird black guy in the front. This is a, you know, knockoff. I don't remember what toy line it is from, but it's one of those Masters knockoffs from back in the day. Super cool. Found it at the flea market last winter. It will not appear in any flea market video. It was a day when I just went without camera to the flea market. This shelf mainly has, you know, the bigger, bulkier toys, so Extreme Dinosaurs and Street Sharks. A couple of other things, obviously. There's a, well, what's that called? A Battle Troll in the back there. And I have some Digimon also in there, also some Digivices. And some, you know, this is like a Madballs knockoff. Or here we've got one of the Monster Trolls. Or my dinosaurs. So, and in the front here, 2 very colorful guys from the Superpowers line. So these are, you know, superhero figures like DC Superpowers. This is this shelf, and this is kind of what you really haven't seen, I think, because this is mainly turtles and adjacent toy line. So I also have Bucky O'Hare here, and I have like one character from Ghostbusters. I have a couple of Boglins or something, or minifigures that are also Boglins, or Monster in My Pocket. But this is really the neon here, and the turtles. So my rarest or most expensive turtle, definitely I have a Hotspot there. with 2 of his accessories, so was really lucky finding this one. But yeah, mostly I don't find a lot of turtles. Most of them I just have because my friend Cotton Candy Kittens found them and gave them to me. But yeah, so, and a lot of them are also not in good condition, so missing their belts and all of that. But I don't care, as I already said it, I don't care if the Star Wars figures have the accessories. Same with the turtles or the He-Man, etc. If they have the accessories, cool, great. If they don't, still cool. So yeah, here in the front, these 2 bigger ones, when you open them up, they're also similar to, you know, Mighty Max, etc. I already said it, Polly Pocket. There's a little play world in there with, you know, these type of figures. Bucky O'Hare, cool sheet of turtle stickers. And yeah, so this is my turtles and similar toy lines. I also have one food fighter in there. Oh, there's more Bucky O'Hare actually there. So yeah, we've got mostly turtles, the bigger, bulkier ones, mainly, you know, Street Sharks. And this is mainly the more early 80s or whatever. It's not really early 80s, whatever, but He-Man and, you know, G.I. Joe and stuff like that. But if we turn around, you've seen it a little bit, but now I'm gonna get to what is what in these cabinets. And to the left, yeah, what's there? This is where my G4, my little ponies are now. So I had this little shelf. I mean, you see most of my shelves are this, you know, brown wood, light wood structure. And this one is white. I have this for a really long time. I used to have my DVDs in there and all of that, and then it went into my basement just waiting if I would ever need it again for I don't know how many years. And when I put this like shelving unit up here, I realized, I mean before it was built obviously, that there would be this tiny little space here, and if I put this shelf a little diagonal, then it would absolutely fit this little, you know, it's actually more like a CD, DVD shelf. And wouldn't that be great for the G4 ponies? And yes, it is. They are on shelf risers that are like, you know, what is it called? I don't remember what this is called, but you can see it. Polyfoam, I don't know what it's called, you know this. I have big like what's it called, big sheets of them, and I have a cutter that I can cut this, and this is great for having, you know, shelf risers in these white shelves, I think. At the top there I have mainly sea pony things and movie pony things. Then the top shelf is, you know, the bigger size ones, so mainly the princesses, and, you know, Chrysalis also, and the smaller size princesses, and then Twilight, which is also a princess, but in the smaller size here. Then, I mean, there's still always a little bit of space, some more movie styles, but you mainly see that I have not a lot of the reboot style ponies still in here. Like, for example, I have this one here, and maybe for the movie, I mean, they only did those styles, but the most of them that I have and I want to have on display are, you know, the older styles. So from 2010 until 2016, those releases I highly prefer those. I have more ponies, but they are in storage. I really, as I said, only have very few of the reboot styles out. Most of them are in storage. Yeah, I have some rarer characters here, Wisteria and whatever, Dewdrop Dazzle and stuff like that, Plumette. Those are obviously, as most G4 collectors, those are the favorites that are not always the same main 6 characters, but I also do love a good Pinkie Pie or something. So, let's go
too detailed, but you know, most of the Applejackers or the orange ones, the little pearly ones, little fillies in the front. Oh, it's one of my absolute favorites. Need to show it to you. Ah, one of the more expensive ones for sure. Fluttershy's. Some white ones, here also some more expensive ones. No, this is not, this is the Blossom Fort that has, you know, the wings, so it's not the super expensive ones. But I have like, you know, Plum Sweet and Diamond Heart and all of those. This is the Nurse, I think. So some that are a little more expensive. Here we're getting to the rarities and some others. Like, for example, I only have this, oh my goodness, a little bit of dust here. This reboot style of a photo finish. I would like to have the earlier one, but if I don't have the character in the other form, then I also keep the reboot style out. And yeah, here's more space, you can see. Oh no, this was Doodle Bears. What did I say? Top there. I don't know, whatever this pony was. This was another blah 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 swirl. So a couple of the more sought after ones. And down here, this is a weird shelf a little bit, but we have the fakey princesses there. Those are like kind of, you know, characters that have not actually been released in this princess style. Those are fakes. You can, I think, still get them on, you know, eBay or AliExpress or whatever, something like a Princess Rainbow Dash or something. A Princess Rarity is not existing. And then I have a couple of reboot styles here, but those are just fun with these weird wire hair, you know, doos here. And then this infamous weird. I also want to have the other one. There's also a Rainbow Dash for this. But you know, if I need more space for good ponies, those will also go into like storage probably. So what's behind these lovely colorful folders? A lot of toy related goodies, because like in these bigger folders, and there's one behind there, there's all of my G1 My Little Pony magazines. I see a couple of them are falling out. I think these are doubles that I have, but the others, you know, the German My Little Pony magazines. But then we have other stuff in these folders, like card backs, Star Wars card backs, or some, you know, what's it called? Toy advertisement magazines, stuff from Pony Convention, some other magazines like Rainbow Brite, Muppet Babies, Lady Lovely Locks. What do we have here? Ah yeah, the Petra little advertisement magazines, same as some other Mattel ones, or Cupcakes, Keepers magazines, and then a lot of the Barbie journals, or bigger Barbie magazines, Barbie journals, all of that good stuff. So this would also be something that I could do a video on once or something, if you want to, going through all of that a little more in depth. Barbie pamphlets, Barbie little, you know, Valentines, the very old, like 60s Barbie fashion pamphlets, Petra, you know, all of that stuff. So, and last one, what's in here? Ah yeah, more I think pony related stuff, and Lady Lovely Locks, pony, Lady Lovely Locks, little pony pamphlets, mail order, little booklets and all of that. Also G4 and G3 stuff. So this is what's behind here, and then there's this folder here. The yellow one has more My Little Pony magazines, and even behind there's like my Wendy magazines from back when. And this actually, Rainbow Shadow High, actually needs to go beneath here in my bed. So down to my bed I have another box where I have more of this cardboard stuff. That's what's behind there. The rest here, I mean, not too much into detail, but Star Wars books and stuff like that. But what's in these cabbies here? This is Golden Girl. Up there is She-Ra. There is Jurassic Park and Dino Riders, and this is just it's not really here to stay. But let's get to, for example, let's start with She-Ra. It used to be in my living room, but I needed the space for Barbie. So She-Ra is adjacent, to He-Man, and He-Man is a boyish toy line, which you saw over there. So it makes sense. It made sense to put She-Ra here. It's pretty cramped. I think I could use maybe 2 of these shelves so you could see them better. But in the back row there are the 3 crystal horses and a couple more characters like Flutterina or Frosta sitting there, Sweet Bee, Angela, She-Ra, and then other characters. We're getting here to the other horses. So horse from Catra, the horse from Bo, and the Swiftwind from She-Ra, and another Catra riding on Claudine here, and a couple of characters sitting in the front. So this was very hard to put together. A lot of the characters are not standing really well. They're then falling over, tippling over, and all of the rest falls over. But for now, I'm really happy with having this. As I said, if I ever get more other She-Ra stuff, which I would like, but it's also something that you don't really find a lot here, because it's especially on flea markets. I think the only She-Ra thing I ever found at a flea market is this doll. The rest is online purchases. But yeah, I'm really happy with those. But I also do love this toy line here. This shelf does not look as crowded because I don't have as many, and I think there aren't as many. This is Golden Girl. It's a toy line by Galoob. Very similar to She-Ra. Not as colorful. There's not as much, pink and glittery butterfly wings and stuff like that in here. It's a little more warrior-like. But also very cool. The figures are really cool. They even have bend and snap knees, like Barbie. But also late 80s or like even mid 80s. No, mid 80s. So She-Ra, first line 84. This I think also 84, 85, first line released. So what could I say other than good guys and bad guys mixed here? So most of the cool ones that look really cool are the bad guys. But some other cool ones here. This is the main character, Golden Girl. That's her horse. And I have another horse. This is the horse and the chariot from the bad guys. So this is the main evil character from the bad guys, the Dragon Empress. I think that's their name. This actually is does not go to the toy line. There's a fake of this toy line, which some people say that Golden Girl is a fake of She-Ra, which I don't really find it that way. It was maybe inspired, but it came out almost the same time. So I don't know if both of these toy lines have probably been in production for the same time. So I don't know if it was really that possible to really just copy She-Ra. Whatever, but this definitely is a copycat of this. I think this toy line used to be called Goddess of the Ultra Cosmo or something like that, or Cosmos. They are weird. She's also rehaired. She was super discolored, but now she's too light because I bleached her, whatever. She still looks super cool with those. So I would love to get a lot more of these because there's not a lot of the Golden Girl characters that I'm missing. A couple of the good guys, definitely. So. But yeah, I would like to get more of those. Those are crazy colors. Yeah, dinosaurs. You already saw at the top, way back there. I have some of my childhood dinosaurs. I was a huge dinosaur fan as a child. I still am, but I was not a fan of, Jurassic Park as a little girl because, I was already a fan of dinosaurs way before Jurassic Park existed because I'm born in 1988. I played with dinosaurs. Like, it was one of the first things I played with. I had a dinosaur coloring book, etc. I still remember my parents, they said they're gonna go to the cinema and they're gonna watch Jurassic Park, and I was like really jealous, but at the same time I would have, been scared to death as a child by this movie, so happy I didn't see it back then. So I like dinosaurs all the way already, and I did not have any Jurassic Park toys. I just had generic dinosaurs, but now I do have a shelf here with, Jurassic Park mixed up with Dino Riders. I also didn't know Dino Riders as a child, didn't have any of those toys. I think all of this is like finds out in the wild, flea markets and all of that, which goes for most of my boy toys. So all of these action figures, I think none of them I've ordered online, same as Star Wars, etc. So none of those are like online purchases. I mainly focus, if I do purchase something online, I go for, you know, my main collections. My Little Pony, Barbie, Polly Pocket, whatever it might be. For those are either flea market finds, purchases at conventions, trades with someone, or similar things, you know, from a couple of stores, vintage toy stores, etc. So same goes here. Most of that is actually flea market finds or from, you know, conventions or something like that. And almost everything is vintage in here, apart from a couple of, you know, this is, you can see it is blue, so this is Jurassic World, which is not vintage. Same as this guy here, and then this other Velociraptor, which I actually tried to paint, so this is a repaint to look a little more like the Lost World tiger striped Velociraptors, but those are not vintage, but the rest is. All the ones that have these glass eyes here, those are Dino Riders. Here, a couple here, there. This Deinonychus, for example, but a lot of that is, you know, first and second movie Jurassic Park. And also the characters. All of the characters, they are also first and second movie Jurassic Park, which are my favorite Jurassic Park movies. I think there are a lot of favorites, a lot of people's favorites. So the first Jurassic Park and then The Lost World from 97. So 90s. This is such a cool thing. It's such a cool find, flea market find. I think was it Burger King or McDonald's? Yeah, it's Burger King. It's a you know, The Lost World watch, and it would really work. You could put a battery and it would be an original official watch. But can I put it back? Come on. Ta-da. These other two shelves, there's not a lot to go over because this is just a spillover of my collection that I don't know where to really put. These probably I will put not really. I don't want to have them on display. I recently just put a lot of other dolls over there, which were in here, but this is the leftovers. I never know where I put these. I mean, this is new. We have a Cave Club doll and the Rainbow High doll, but these are like 70s. They are the Honey Hill Bunch dolls. I never know where to put them. I need to find a cute space for them. They're so adorable. I mean, they when you look at those face molds, they scream, you know, 70s or early 80s or something. Mattel. So they're so cool. But here I have my, doll lines that I don't actually collect. They are from, you know, either the 2000s or the 2010s. We've got one Monster High G1 doll here. I'm not collecting Monster High whatsoever. I love especially the G3 ones that are on like your toy store shelves right now, but I'm resisting. I don't want to have any of them. This one here is fine. It's G1. It's my favorite. I mean, look at she's so pretty. I have also one Ever After High. So all of that is flea market finds. So I love her, but I don't need any more of them. Then I have a couple of Bratz, which actually Bratz I don't even like that much, but I mean, I don't know. The Winter Wonderland and the Rock Angels, and this is another one. Sometimes I can't resist, which I should, but those were just too good. And maybe at one point I sell them or something, but for now they're super cool in there. They only have one Mycene, which this is one of the, you know, the ones with the weird faces, where they have the buttons at the back and you can make them smile and make pouty lips and make them look surprised. Those are very weird. Technically, I do like Mycene way more than Monster High, also Monster High, but than Bratz. But I have, for weird reason, I have 3 Bratz, but only one Mycene. Mycene I would actually like to collect, but no, I don't have really space. I don't have space. I have a lot of space here, but I know that other collections will grow into those spaces. So, but I have one more cool Mycene item that you haven't seen because the flea market video hasn't come out. So I will show it to you right now, but I need my ladder because it's up there. Tap, tap, tap. Whoa! I love this one so much. This is a big styling hat. You can see it. My hands are almost as big as hers. This is one of my bling styling hats of Barbie, or was she already called Kennedy at that point? I don't know. flea market find. There were even 2. I'm already like, maybe I should have picked both of them up. It was both the same, but together they would maybe have more accessories. But yeah, this is for another day. But mostly what I have up here is like boxes. I mean, I have like a couple of boxes where stuff is in. I mean, this is an old Barbie shoe box because I own Barbie shoes. But there's my medicines in there, so like, you know, painkillers and all of that. Here is all of my stickers in there, where I have like stickers that I put on boxes when I ship things or that I just want to keep. And my sticker albums are in there. And then the rest of these boxes, they're empty. I just keep them because they are wonderful, super pretty. Maybe I take her quickly here. Wonderful, pretty, you know, box art of modern Polly Pockets, you know, from the keepsake collections, from, you know, the Celestial Ponies, couple of Funko Pop boxes. Or here the Barbie Rewind. I cannot get rid of those cute boxes. I think, I don't even know what's at this other side. Maybe, I think more Polly Pocket keepsake collection boxes. Yes. So that's what's up here. I love it. I mean, there's more space, etc. So this is just stuff I cannot get rid of these super cute boxes. But yeah, the main focus here is her. I love her so much. I don't have any other styling heads. I don't even own a Barbie styling head, although I have a lot of Barbie stuff, which you haven't seen any of it, but we're getting to it. Yeah, but I couldn't say no because I actually really like the faces of my scene. I didn't grow up with it. I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, played with Barbies and toys until the maybe late 90s. But like my scene is like 2000s, so I have no nostalgia for them. But they're so pretty. Something else while we're up here? No, but maybe just a couple of things. There's this Barbie popcorn holder from Barbie the movie thing. And I have a Barbie, this is also Barbie 45th anniversary. And it's a beauty case that I take around when I travel. So, yeah. So yeah, here's my bed. That's where I sleep every night. I always have this wonderful vintage Barbie blanket. One of the best purchases ever. I see it every day. I love it. By the way, this is actually Twinkle Lights Barbie. You can see it. You can maybe recognize her by her earrings and her fiber optic thingies around her chest. Yeah, this is meant to be this Barbie. But I have a couple of other things on my bed. For example, I have like some bigger plushes here. I have my Pet Monster. Happy flea market find for €5. Could believe it. Same weekend that I found another My Pet Monster. This other one, the one in the better condition, I sold at Toyplosion. I don't need to be quite honest. And I kept the one that's in the less good condition where, you know, the hands have peeled off. But to me, it's not that important. The important thing is I found it at a flea market, like, couldn't believe it. Next to it is my baby Sinclair from Dinosaurs. And I have Jessie here. Yeah, the big thing is, why do I have more space for dolls there? Because I took all of my Toy Story toys away from this display. Yeah, so I used to have Toy Story. I used to be a big Toy Story collector, and this was all in there around this space. I haven't gotten rid of any of that. I just put most of that in storage right now. I needed more space for something else. I love Toy Story. Toy Story is like, the whole franchise is like one of my favorite Disney franchises ever. I just don't find enjoy in. I just don't enjoy collecting it that much right now. So maybe at one point I have another idea where to put them or whatever. So they're not gone, but up here, not in storage. I kept Jessie because Jessie's my favorite character from Toy Story. She was my favorite, like my first Toy Story toy that I ever got. I have like memories of like getting her at a convention, flying home with her. I took her with me on plane and all of that. And I have Lotso still up here. So also have memories with him, picking him up in Disneyland Paris, carrying him around all the time, just like, when was it? 2021 or the 2022. That was probably 2022, not that long ago, and he still smells like strawberries, so very nice to sleep here next to him. I have this wonderful Figment plush here, which is also Disney related. Figment is a character from one of the Disney parks, from Epcot, Disney World. Love this character and what like he means to, you know, creativity and all of that. So good find from my friend Cotton Candy Kittens. She looks out for, you know, Figment merch for me, because I honestly have never found anything Figment related at flea markets. But yeah, these cork boards here are full of Barbie carded items, or just the cards, mainly fashions, but most of them, a lot of them are also empty. Like in here, there's nothing you can see. I display only the back sides here because there's no fashions in there, but a couple of them still have fashions, like these 3 Ken fashion packs, Barbie McDonald's Happy Meal thing, or these special collection pieces here. A couple of shoe pieces that I got them because these are for the, you know, articulated 90s Barbies, where I always sometimes have issues finding good shoes for them if I don't have the original outfits. But since I got them, which is like half a year ago or something, I haven't used them because I didn't need to. I always had shoes for them. So I don't know. I haven't opened them up, but those are technically here to be opened up and used. Something super cute. Hair clips, and somewhere I just have the boxes cut, like where I have just parts of the boxes here. This was my favorite childhood Barbie, so stuff like that. Here's also a fashion pack in the box. And then here, this is not Barbie. You can clearly see those are like fakey toys, fakey ponies, but look at this cute artwork. I mean, oh my God. The ponies are not as cute, but the artwork is. And here we have one of those fakey elephants that I also collect. I do have one on card. And this is actually this is original. This is G2, My Little Pony. There was one of those little keychain ponies in there. Okay. How does the doll shelf here look? So this is mainly, because I said I have mainly boyish toys in this room here, but honestly, this has kind of evolved into my modern doll shelf, because I said some toy lines that I have are more modern, like, I don't know, G4 My Little Ponies from the 2010s, etc., blah blah. But I am into a couple of modern Barbie and other doll lines as well. So I never wanted to develop my collection into it. I only wanted to be vintage collector. But it's just so much fun. It is so much fun to here and there also go into a toy store, or, you know, order a toy online and then unbox it with the new packaging and all of that. So, and I don't do that with vintage much. So there is a couple of good modern doll lines. So here is really my favorite modern Barbies. It's mainly Barbie Extra. I don't know if you still consider them modern. They're also a couple of years old now, but it's mixed up with some fashionistas in there, like this and this one. We have one cutie reveal in here. This is actually a little bit older one. This is, I think, is that from Barbie Style? I don't remember what's the Raquel. But she's wearing a vintage outfit. She's wearing a Fashion Avenue outfit. But here, like my absolute favorite fashionista, I don't know, fashionistas, Barbie Extras, that's what I wanted to say. I mean, you can see it. I still even have a Barbie Extra, like little cutouts there and the stickers put to the walls that came in their packages. I try to put all of their pets also in between. Not too crazy about those pets. They always tumble over. They always fell down my bed, etc. But I mean, at one point maybe I put them away or something. It's more about the Barbies, but yeah, I also have put the new Barbie Style Deluxe, the other way around, Deluxe Style dolls in here. You see the Millie is sitting right in front here because I think she matches really nice the first Millie that came out for the Barbie Extras, and this is the first Millie that came out for this new Barbie Deluxe Style line. And then I have her sitting next to her pal here because they both have the same heart-shaped sunglasses and have both, you know, pink ruffles. See? I didn't even do anything and it fell down. But yeah, so the one with the braids, the petite girl, is sitting here next to her Barbie Extra friend. And then my favorite one has the spot here the one with the prosthetic leg. She is kind of my favorite from this line, and this is my favorite from the Barbie Extras line. So love her and her like crazy shoes and all of that. And I have one of the Barbie Rewind dolls. You saw the box up there. Wasn't too crazy about this line. I mean, I rather get then real vintage ones instead of just vintage looking ones, but I wanted to have one. And this cute Christy in the Poochie nightie, so was quite cute. So I got her just got her for myself around last Christmas. So yeah, this is also Barbie, but it doesn't really look like Barbie. That's because it is another Barbie style line. They are the Barbie Dream Besties. Also very recent. She is restyled, so this is not her original outfit. I don't know, I like her original outfit, but it is back there. I really like this, what I put together. Those are like a mix of vintage Barbie fashions, and I think this is a vintage 90s Cindy outfit with some of her original accessories that she came with. These shoes also go to her. And next to her, very, very recently also purchased, so this is the Malibu Barbie Malibu, and I only have two of them yet. So, and the Daisy Jean. And I did not restyle her. This is her original outfit. Very recently, you have seen her just on my channel. Next to those, I have, this is my very small collection, but I really like them. My Shadow High and Rainbow High. I only have one Rainbow High doll here, which is the Robin Sterling down here, and the others are Shadow High, which I don't know, I really like the Shadow High more, the ones with the colorful skins. Oh my goodness, I just stare sometimes at them because they're so beautiful. They're also a little dusty here and there, because this is another space. It's directly above my bed, of course those get dusty. Very recently just unboxed her out of, so not with filming it or anything. I got her for quite a cheap price at TK Maxx. Doesn't really look like it, but she also has a light pink skin. So those are very pretty. And then we're getting to LOL. Don't have a lot, although I actually really also like the LOL OMG dolls. But we're a little bit more like, I kept resisting a little bit more than with the Rainbow High. So I only have one of the first wave, the very typical OMG dolls, and two of the LOL tweens. Only two. This one was a flea market find. By the way, she was also a flea market find. You find them all the time at flea markets, but I resist a lot. She's missing her jacket, but her outfit looks also so cute. She was bought new. This is the Haribo collaboration one. Really, really like this. And then finally, I have space to put like my big kind of collector style LOL surprise OMG fierce Cleopatra there. She takes up so much room and she barely even fits in here. I mean, she does, but when this packaging opens, I mean, she is so pretty. I will never take her out of the box because she is a display piece in its own. You don't need to, there's no need. I mean, there's glare. I wish I could take off the cover maybe or something, but no, it's not like this. And it, can fold together. Then you would see just her face in there. But I was never able to display her. I had her somewhere stored away. But since I put my Toy Story collection away, finally I can admire her beauty. I mean, there's a lot of glare, you can see it, but I mean, look at her. And she is even a different style than this doll. This is a normal OMG, and this was the OMG Fierce. So they are bigger, they have more articulation, they have another like a joint in their knees, for example. They were not produced for a very long time. I think they were not as popular as the normal OMGs or the tweens, but this is like a collector doll. I was just lucky I found her also at TK Maxx for a reduced price. So I think I paid, I don't remember what I paid. It was still a lot, but I didn't get her online or didn't even intend to get her. But then I saw her and I was like, I need to have her. Yeah, so this is kind of, it has, all of this was also on the shelf already, but more to the middle. But this is just expanding. So that's why I needed to push this here, Toy Story away. Up here, this has not changed so significantly much because it is mostly still my movie Barbie stuff. So a couple of movie Barbies from the live action movie, of course. I need to say that because there's obviously other Barbie movies, the ones from the 2000s, the animated, you know, Fairytopia and all of that. But no, I don't collect those at all. Barbie, when it gets into the 2000s, not exactly my style. So either vintage or 80s, 90s, or some very modern ones. And mostly also just, you know, playline. I mainly don't go for collector dolls. I have a couple of collector dolls. And I think she also technically counts as a collector doll. But yeah, apart from the Barbie movie dolls here, I don't have any Barbie collector dolls. I prefer to have things that were made with the intent of being played with children in mind. And especially in the 80s and 90s, those were still very, very high quality. Nowadays, meh, but it's still cool, so. But yeah, Barbie the movie. She's not a Barbie the movie doll. I just got this doll with this outfit because the outfit it's a roller skating outfit. But I got it on this, I think she is a modern budget line, like, what was she called? Like, makeup artist. I think it's the makeup artist Barbie. She was restyled like this by a doll collector. And I just got her like this for around like under 20 euros. So sure, the doll is not worth that much, but the outfit is worth to me that much. And I really like her with this hair in this outfit. So I have the two main like Barbie movie dolls still in the box. I don't have one with a Ryan Gosling face yet, but I have ordered the 2-pack of Barbie and Ken where they have the new face molds. This I will get probably in September or something, so it is a pre-order, a made-to-order thing. But for now, have this Ken and have the Mojo Dojo Katze House Ken. I love this outfit. I love this box. You know, it's just great. I am a huge fan of the Barbie movie. Here's my Blu-ray, my pink ray, and I have also the fashion packs. I got 2 so that I have them, one still in the box, and those are like the ones that are displayed. Those are vintage Barbies. So here's one of the typical 90s Barbies in it. We have an 80s Barbie up there. It's a wedding Barbie, but in this cute pajama outfit. And I have one like Skipper. I think that's Cool Top Skipper in this outfit. Yeah. And here we're getting to a couple also boxed Barbie items. I'm not huge, as I said, on still having dolls or toys and all of that in package or in box. But if I find it like this, it is really hard for me to unbox things. I have unboxed a couple of things. Like, for example, you see this package, it's an empty package. This Barbie was in there. So the Sweetheart Barbie. Or, I don't know, this package here. This is Dolls of the World. I unboxed her because I'm using her as a custom for, I'm gonna customize putting her in this outfit to be the Midge version of the Barbie Deluxe style one. So this is, I put it out of the box, but often I cannot get myself to unbox those. For example, this Skipper that I found at the flea market like this for really cheap. But I don't know, I'm gonna keep her in there because I have the feeling if I unbox her, then maybe the next time I go out toy hunting, I will find her loose or something. I don't know, don't want to risk that. This I will definitely keep in the box because already it looks so good. The Sharon Sister set. Yeah, it's just a wonderful display piece. I would like to have more of these sets in the box with Barbie and her sisters. There's also some like Christmas related ones, winter themed ones, or there's another Sharon Sister set. And those I would really like to keep then in the box, but this is something that don't even think about it. If I ever find it or something cool, I don't need to, but I have this one. Got it, by the way, from the US. I think these sets were not released like this in Europe or specifically in Germany. I have 2 Barbie cases. So, and I have one more boxed doll here. This was an online find, but I think it was something very special that I have the black version of the My First Barbie from the mid 80s here. I don't have a lot of dolls with this face mold. And yeah, it's an 80s doll. An 80s pink box doll. I cannot get myself to unbox her. So think she was never featured in any real other video in a haul or something. But yeah, she's so pretty. I think I only have one other doll with this face mold, with the Hispanic face. I only have the Dee Dee from Barbie and the Rockers with this face mold. Look at her, happy with her. Oh, I love this. What do I have here? The lipsticks from the mini Barbie land, or is it Barbie mini land? Whatever, you know, with the small dolls in there. Yep. All I wanted was to have all of the lipstick colors, and I recently also got all of the nail polishes, all of the nail polish colors. They are displayed here, and I think that is a really nice, just, you know, display thing. It mirrors it. Lipsticks here, nail polishes there. I don't know. Well, what about this chair? I don't know. It's a Barbie chair from the 80s. Can you see it? Oop. I at first thought I might put a doll there, was thinking about putting her there and blah blah, and then I don't know, she stayed there. She is weird here because she's a vintage doll, but vintage, early 2000s or late 80s, late 90s doll. But she, with the outfit that I gave her, this is actually Pilot Barbie, but it's not her outfit obviously, but with this pink and black, she didn't look good anywhere in my other Barbie shelves in my living room. So she's still here because she matches, you know, with the black box of Ken a lot. Then I have one boxed set of a Barbie furniture item. It's a dining table item from the Pink Magic, or yeah, I think this collection was called Pink Magic. It's all in there. I think a couple of pieces maybe missing, but almost. Super happy flea market find for, like, I don't know, what was it, €4? I think it was €4. Then I have the box of the Mermaid Barbie. I also found it at the flea market, but it's really just a box. It's an empty box, and the front of the box is not as cute because it's very yellowed. So the back of the box it is for display. And what is this? Do I also now collect Steffi Love, or what has it? How is she crazy and now also gets this? This was my childhood thing. This, the couch and the couch table, that's all in there. And the cushions, well, the cushions look a little bit different in there, but this was my childhood Barbie furniture set couch. It's not Barbie, you see, it's Steffi Love, but it's from the early 90s. I love it. It was purchased at Quelle, which was a catalog for, you know, 30 D-Mark, Deutsche Mark back then. And as much as I don't actually love or collect or anything of Steffi Love, I really don't like this doll line, neither the old ones nor the new ones. But this I needed to have. I found it like complete with all of it. All is in there. When I found it at the flea market, I then remembered suddenly, oh, this desk, this. Oh, I had it, and I remembered how it felt, and I needed to buy it. I needed to buy it, so I have it, and it's not ugly, you know, with these cute colors, this color combination of pink and mint, and then the old Steffi Love logo. It even goes really well with this girl. Yeah, this is a very new acquisition. We've got the color changing fairy. Love her, one of the, you know, modern Barbies that I do like, but she does not go too very well with these girls because those are all about fashion, and she is a fairy tale doll. She would look way better if I had some of those early 2000s movie Barbies, but I had a couple of them, but I sold them. Same as I did with, maybe you remember back there used to be my Disney doll shelf with, you know, Pocahontas and Cinderella and all of that. I have gotten rid of most of them. Some of them I have still in storage, but most of them I have sold or given away to some other people. And I did it the same with, you know, my Odette from Swan Lake, or with I had a Fairytopia girl, the Elena, whatever she's called. She would have probably matched her really well, but I'm also fine just having her. Because those other dolls, they didn't spread as much joy. But yeah, and why does her hair look so different? It's put on the shoulders. So I like, it looks like, I don't know, cotton candy or something like that as well. Everyone can do that. It's just, I put it on the shoulders so it looks squished a little bit together. Okay. And here's space for other stuff. Oh, and I have a Barbie book there. I think that's it in this room. So we're getting back to right there to my living room again. Oh, yes, I have a Barbie tote bag. Maybe one more thing. Down here, this is a storage container that I have with, you know, project things. So there's all of my ponies in it that need to get rehaired or are doubles. Some with also some other dolls. I have some Barbies in here. Or here especially more Barbies or Barbie heads or, you know, dolls that are doubles, especially here are doubles in there. I don't even know, this is even a doll without a head, so just a body donor or something. And down here is not toy related, this is like paints and all of that. And I have one more thing, which also has changed. It's this, but this is now, mainly it's still empty, but I will put, like when I have double Barbies or Barbies that I don't want to display anymore or something like that. So I have this, there's something in here. What's in here? Yeah, I have a couple of Barbies that are either doubles or I'm not displaying currently. So there's a space for this. Or if I haven't cleaned something, brought it back from the flea market and I don't want to, because it was always laying around and it was really, I was kind of getting angry when I always saw these piles of uncleaned things which have not yet put into the collection and so on. And this is a good idea to solve this. I don't know, what else do we have in here? Yeah, these are Barbie fashions that I'm not gonna keep, mainly many clone fashions and all of that I don't even want to have. But mainly all of this is still empty, so yeah. So and I have, because I will get to a point where I'm not displaying every Barbie on the shelf, and I might switch it around and all of that. And all of these, they're exactly the size that Barbie fit in very well in there. So yeah, this is also new, although it doesn't look like a lot, but it means a lot to me. Okay, back in here. It's actually about lunchtime, but I will not do lunch right now because it's still so nice and bright outside. I don't want to risk the sun going away or anything like that. I mean, it's still early in the year. I'm filming this mid-February, so yeah, gonna pull through it. This is something that I sometimes even, I think, forgot to show you. I'm not sure. I have, like, on my you know, window area here, I have a couple of more modern My Little Pony figurines. By the way, this is actually a space where usually my big work desk is standing. This is it actually. I put it because I'm often in home office, not always, but 3 days of the week I'm in home office. That's why also behind there's my, you know, monitors, my screens and all of that. But especially for filming this collection tour video, and always when I have a couple of days off, because filming this on a Monday and I have a day off today, then I put the stuff away. So then I have more space here, but usually this is covered by, you know, all of my work area. Okay, but I wanted to show you this here. Yeah, so I have these little figurines here are technically go to generation 4 of My Little Pony. They're Equestria Girls minis. Equestria Girls was a spin-off cartoon where the ponies go to a magical portal and become humans. I have never really watched it. It's not really my cup of tea, but I do like these figurines, so I have a couple of them. Down here I had the G3 style miniature figures, so the Ponyville figures standing here, but I changed it out. I have gotten a lot of these here. What are they called? Cutie Mark Crew. So I have those more standing here, and Ponyville is in this jar. I would like to have another jar that is more see-through like this. This is full of G4 blind bag ponies and similar ones that maybe not have come in a blind bag, but you know, the small ones. I have these two that came, like these bigger ponies here that came with Equestria Girl figures, so bigger Equestria Girl dolls. I don't have any Equestria Girl dolls. I don't really like them, but I really like these ponies. They only have a brushable tail, but like molded manes. And then I have a variety of other weirdo figures, a couple of G5s even. I think this set is technically also G5. This is still G3. I have a couple of these wobbly ones and one of these ring style. I don't know what they're called. They were crystal ring or whatever, blind bags. I have two of these balloon ponies. I think they were also, were they blind bags? I don't know. I got them also sent from Chat Marvelous. So this is my little, more or less modern G4 and G3 and even G5 My Little Pony figurine collection. This is actually a G3, so a Ponyville playset. I have it for the longest time. Since 2018 or something, found it at the flea market, but it has always been looking nice here, so I always keep it around here. But I want to get a couple more of these because you can also stack them on top of each other, so then I have more space also for more blind bags or little figures. I have a couple of G4 and G3 like boxed or whatever still in package items here, but nothing too crazy. Blind bag style. We have a set with, you know, G3.5 stationary set, and I think one of the magazine figures from Europe. So what else do we have in this corner? I have this My Little Pony G3 tote bag here, which I believe it was self-made from someone, probably was bedding, I guess. But I have my buttons on here, my, you know, couple of the Disneyland buttons. Vintage, so I didn't get them at Disneyland or Disney World even. We've got an Epcot one. Those are Disneyland. Vacation Club. I'm definitely not a Disney Vacation Club member. And then we have this, I have the super cute one from that I got at Toyplosion, but it's technically from a Facebook group, the Common Regenbogenland, but I got it there even though I'm not part of this group. Like not really vintage, but probably a little older. I mean, with a vintage Barbie on it, button, so stuff like that. I have a couple of all G3. I think these are all G3 plushies on here. As I said, not a big plush collector. I don't even collect G1 plushes, but sometimes I just find them at flea markets and I cannot resist. These are all different styles. So this is a talking one. This can even talk a weird language. What was it? Danish or something, I think. It's more like a little bit of a Scandinavian language. I think it was, what was it, Swedish?
Du så fjollet.
It might also be Swedish. Correct me if I'm wrong, I already forgot it. People already told me what language it was, I forgot it. I'm sorry. This is a normal, you know, G3 My Little Pony plush. They also have obviously then cutie marks. This is one of the hard plastic baby head ones. I think this came out of a crane machine once, but it's also an official G3 plush. TV, laptop, blah blah. My couch. Oh, this looks a little unorganized currently, but well, filming equipment and all. Yes, I know I said it already before. I'm not 100% happy to have all of those plushies on my couch, but I have now actually accepted it because technically I feel like, oh, this is such a granny thing, you know, having teddy bears sitting on the couch or something like that. But a couch is actually a good place for plushies. And I mean, I don't have a lot of space left where I could put plushies. You see, I have a couple up there. That's already, and you saw where I have the Rainbow Brite ones. But I will always have some on my couch. And the ones I have here, this pyramid here is all Puppy Surprise, like one modern one, but all of the other ones are vintage Puppy Surprise and of course Kitty Surprise. A couple of them I have sold, the ones that are in brown. So I only want to have ones that are pastel colors or maybe even a little brighter colors, like this modern one it's not quite just pastels, but brown ones, like my Cup Surprise, for example, I sold. So, and if you're asking yourself, oh, you sometimes talk about things you sold. No, I don't sell online, not at all. I'm like able to like trade things if you have something else and you want to trade. Love those types of, acquire like things, how to acquire things in trades, but I don't sell online. I only sell at one like vintage toy convention in Germany last year. It was the first time, Toyplosion 2024, 2025. In late August I will do it again. But this is the only time, because I don't have a lot of, I'm not a reseller. I only sell things when they don't have space in my collection anymore, when I get rid of certain toy lines, or I have doubles, selling my doubles, So, no, don't ask me about where I sell things, not online whatsoever. And a lot of you I know are watching from the US and so on. You wouldn't even want to pay all of those shipping costs, trust me. Okay, here I have my bigger Doodle Bears. I have 4 different ones. They all have the different patterns. So they are not the same, although I have 2 pink ones. So this is one of the tie-dye ones. I think this happened in Hearts pattern. Here's the Superstar pattern. I don't know what this pattern is called. The bigger ones are going here. The smaller ones, you saw it, were up at the other shelf there. And I have a couple other ones that just, color-wise, they look so good here because they're so pastels, and, the mint greens and the purples and the pinks. I have a couple of Care Bears. You have 1, then 2 of the smaller sized Care Bears. I have 2 Brush-A-Loves. This is actually not 90s or 80s. This is early 2000s. This is from those animated Barbie movies that I actually do not collect. This is such a cute thing, this Bibble. Sometimes it just randomly starts talking when you don't even do something. but yeah, it mostly it's sleeping. And this guy here, okay, thank you. This guy is actually a Wolfloves. This is the brush that goes to it. You can read the name there. Wolfloves. Also a flea market find. They're also an animatronic. They can they have an egg in them, so they can like give birth to a baby that then hatches out of the egg. I have it. I have a video on my channel where I found it and then I tried it out and it works. It's weird. It's existing in all sorts of different colors. It's like very late 90s. It's pretty big. It's like, it only fits here. I had it in one of those shelves before, but it was blocking everything on the shelves. I really love it there. And it talks to you and all. So it's a little bit of a Furby thing, a little bit, but also not. So mix up Furby with Hatchimals, then you have got this. This is the lovely Polly Pocket doll, so the only like soft body Polly Pocket doll that was ever released. This is my childhood plush bunny. It doesn't go to any toy line, but I love it. I mean, rainbow colors, Poppy. Have always kept it, so it's my original one that I had from when I was, I don't know, 2 years old or whenever I got it. Anyway, we've got a Magic Nursery pet. This is not the correct top that goes to it, but it is a Magic Nursery pet top that I recently got from a friend Mikuru, purchased or whatever. I purchased from her, but she also always puts a lot of extra goodies and it's almost sometimes like a gift. But it's one of the bunnies. Such a cute toy line. I would like to have more of them, although as I said, I don't really collect plush, but this is a line I would like to have more, technically same as the Brush-A-Loves, same as the Care Bears, and actually same as I already showed it to you, they're the Turtle Tots. Oh, they're so cute. But like plushies, it's really difficult. I have to tell you that I have ordered another Brush-A-Loves just recently. It just hasn't arrived. So very, very rarely, but sometimes they even get weak with plushies, and then I buy them online because most of the other stuff is not. It's like flea market finds, all of that, or things that I got sent for free from lovely subscribers, or were trades or something like that. I mean, this is a purchase at a toy convention, so not really, almost nothing online that I ever picked up from in terms of plushies. Same as the bigger dolls. Yeah. Okay, so let's get up high and talk a little bit about those Barbies. But wait, magically the video is ending here, although it didn't seem like when I was initially filming it. Yeah, we have to stop here. It is way too long. I said like over 3 hours, but it's actually more close to over 5 hours that I have acquired of footage. Still, I will not use everything. I'm in the midst of editing right now. But I have decided it is better if we have like 2 videos and each of them is around 2 hours something. So it's maybe the better alternative. So you have seen. Ooh, you see, this is normally how it is. This is I'm editing here. These are my screens for work. This is my private laptop. Usually this desk is here. But yeah, you have seen this wall. Went into my bedroom with all of that. And then we've continued with the, you cannot even see them, but with the figurines there. And then went to the plushies. And this is where we stop. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not showing my face right now because I don't have any makeup on. That's why. I hope you enjoyed it. It's already like it is a long one, but in the next video we will get to so much more Barbie. And then all of these other shelves which have keepers and which have like strawberry shortcake and which have G2 ponies and in general more G1 ponies and all of my Polly Pockets and more Barbies and all of that. So you can totally be looking forward to that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna wait a week for this video or if it will come faster, but if it comes just a couple of days after this, then you might have not had the time fully to watch it, so it will probably just come next week. So thank you so much for watching for this video. Don't forget, if you enjoyed it, you can give it a thumbs up. Like leave a comment down below. Or yeah, you can subscribe if you're not subscribed. So this is a weird outro for a toy collection tour video. I know, but it needs to be like that, otherwise it's too long. So I hope you understand that. So, and it's not just, I know you like the long videos, but it's also too long to edit and to upload and all of that. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. See you real soon, and may the toys be with you. Bye.